On the last one of these we were looking at Asian qualifying second round match day 8, including this last minute winner from Cribin of Syria. But don't worry, there's plenty more World Cup qualifiers to go, and we're going to start today with Africa second round part 1. To begin with, we have a cagey first leg between two teams that had a bye to the second round, Sudan and Zambia, at the Karima Stadium in Karima. There was only one goal in it. Kalengo scoring in the 28th minute to give Zambia a 1-0 lead going into the second leg. The second leg took place at Ndola's Levi Mwanawasa Stadium, and it was more of the same as Zambia took the lead in the 59th minute with a goal from Muzonda. Zambia confirmed their passage into round 3 on 81 minutes as Kalengo raced forward and scored his second goal in 2 games. The final score was 2-0 and the final score on aggregate was 3-0. The award for worst camera work in round 2 goes to Burundi, who took on DR Congo at the Prince Louis Bragasore Stadium in Bujumbura. They had no problem catching the first 2 goals on a rather wet day in Burundi. First, DR Congo taking the lead on 5 minutes through Yannick Balassi. Followed by Amisi's rain-affected equaliser on 38 minutes. We also got a cracking view of Burundi's super excited coach, but it all started to go a bit wrong after that. Here's the build-up to Burundi taking the lead. At least we got to see the goal by Amisi on 83 minutes. After that, the cameramen took a bit of a break, as we got to see the back of the linesman as DR Congo equalised through Mubele on 86 minutes, and then we just got to see the celebration when they scored the winner on 88, again by Mubele. The game ended Burundi 2, DR Congo 3. We had a lot less camera troubles in the second leg at the Stade des Martyrs in Kinshasa, and also no lack of goals. Nkololo opening the scoring for DR Congo in 17 minutes. Loving the music, although someone who wasn't loving things was Mbakani of DR Congo, who headed into his own net on 28 minutes to provide an equaliser for Burundi. Burundi shot themselves in the foot in the second half, giving away a penalty with 15 minutes left to play. Balassi gladly fired home on 78 minutes. With the game falling into injury time, some great passing led to DR Congo conceding a penalty of their own. It was scored by Abdul Razak on 89 minutes. His 4th for the tournament, but unfortunately his last as DR Congo go through 5-4 on aggregate. The Antoinette Tubman Stadium in Monrovia hosted Liberia v Cote d'Ivoire. A single goal settled it, scored by Syriac on 44 minutes for Cote d'Ivoire. This lead was capitalised on in the second leg at the Stade Félix Houphouët-Boigny in Abidjan, CO giving Cote d'Ivoire the lead on 16 minutes. CO then added to his tally in the 35th minute. Cote d'Ivoire had enough time in the second half to bang one more goal in, Seri firing home from long range on 64 minutes. Final score 3-0 and Cote d'Ivoire win 4-0 on aggregate. Next up, Namibia took on Guinea at the Sam Nujoma Stadium in Windhoek. Another game with a single goal. Cote scoring it on 27 minutes to give Guinea a 1-0 lead. And just like Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea capitalised on this result when it got to the second leg, although their home leg was played at the Stade Mohamed V in Casablanca, Morocco due to the Ebola epidemic. And props to Namibia, but they couldn't score despite this awesome effort. Guinea finally extended their advantage in the 43rd minute with a goal from Idrissa Silla. Guinea would score one more to up the aggregate scoreline to 3-0, Keita scoring again on the 79th minute. The final score on the night would be Guinea 2, Namibia 0. We were back at the Stade General Seyni Kounch in Niamey as Niger tried to upset World Cup legends Cameroon. However, things did not start well for Niger, with Mbia heading Cameroon in the lead on 36 minutes. We only had to wait 3 minutes for Cameroon's next goal, a stunning free kick from Abu Bakr. And the game must have only just kicked off from that goal when Cameroon went 3-0 ahead, with Sally scoring on 40 minutes. And that was the last goal of the game, meaning the final score was Niger 0, Cameroon 3. All Cameroon needed to do in the second leg at the Stade Amadou Ahidjo in Yaoundé was not concede 3 goals. And as it happens, both teams managed that. The final score was 0-0. Cameroon go through 3-0 on aggregate. Mauritania hosted Tunisia at the Stade Olympique in Nouakchott and then surprisingly took the lead against the African heavyweights on 22 minutes with a goal from Ndiaye. Mauritania held this lead until the 62nd minute when Khazri finally equalised for the Tunisians. It got even better for Tunisia on 68 minutes when Chikoui completed their comeback to make it 2-1, a score that they would carry into the second leg. That second leg took place at the Stade Olympique de Radez in Radez, and Mauritania held firm until the second half once again, but was undone with a goal from Ben Youssef on 51 minutes. Bessam would score an equaliser for Mauritania on 71 minutes, meaning one more goal for them, and they would take it to extra time. Unfortunately for them, that second goal didn't come. Instead, Tunisia got a second themselves through Baguia's free kick. Final score 2-1, 4-2 on aggregate. We were at the Estadio dos Impeto in Maputo for the final pairing of this video, Mozambique and Gabon. Another game with a single goal. Palembe of Mozambique scoring an absolute screamer in the 55th minute. Mozambique took that 1-0 lead into the second leg at the Stade d'Angers in Libreville. Unfortunately for Mozambique, Evuna cancelled out that single goal after only 4 minutes. We then had no more goals within the 90 minutes, which meant the match went to extra time, but there was no more goals in that half hour, which meant we got our first penalty shootout. Neither Mozambique nor Gabon had any troubles with their first penalties, scored by Junior and Poco respectively. Mozambique's next penalty taker, Mikuisone, then had his saved to give Gabon the advantage. That advantage was wasted completely when goalscorer Evuna just shot it straight at the goalkeeper. Evuna's blushes were then spared by his goalkeeper as he kept out Balque's penalty. There was no such mistake when Tanjigora took his penalty to give Gabon a 2-1 lead in the shootout. Mozambique's penalty taken improved with Dominguez, making it 2-2. The good penalty taking continued from both Gabon and Mozambique. Obiang first for Gabon, then Mozambique's Miro making it 3-3. The pressure in the end fell to Dortmund striker Pierre Aubameyang. If he could score, Gabon went through. He scored. The final score, 1-1 on aggregate, 4-3 to Gabon on penalties. And that's it for this video. Come back for more African, North American and South American qualifiers soon. Like and subscribe.